what's up guys? Welcome back to the final video before Christmas. Guys, it is the 24th. Happy Christmas Eve. Now, really quick before we go into the video, couple little things I want to say is this was supposed to be an NHL 19 video, but my PS4 was having some complications, so I thought I could do this instead. I know a couple people have done it in the past. I think the Yo Network's done it. So I wanted to try it, give it a little try, see if you guys agree with me. If you guys don't agree, make sure you comment down below what you guys think is better. We're doing like a MCU movie ranking. They just added the Spiderman No Way Home to it, so we'll see. But also, quick announcement. So tomorrow is Christmas Day. I'm actually shooting this the 22nd, but this will be coming out the 24th, but tomorrow's Christmas Day. Tomorrow's Christmas Day video is going to be coming out later because I'm actually going to be shooting it Christmas Day. Like, I'm going to show, like, what I got for Christmas and stuff like that, and then upload it like I did last year. So it's going to be a little bit later than the 10 o'clock Pacific time normal. But, so basically, like I said, guys, today we are going to be sorting our MCU movies, ranked D, C, B, A, and S. S being super, and then A, B, C, D is the grading scale. So let's get going. The first movie on our thing is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy is such a good movie. I honestly enjoyed it so well. I think both Guardians of the Galaxies are good. I actually think I prefer number 1 over 2 just because I like the plot, or like the idea, but number 2 is still a good movie, and I could watch it every once in a while, so I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say B for right now. But on the topic of Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm also gonna do number 1 because number 1 I think is better than that. I honestly could watch number 1 all the time. I love Chris Pratt. I think his movies do great, so I'm gonna put Guardians of the Galaxy in A. Thought it was a really good movie. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 a B. Ant-Man. Paul Rudd. Good movie. Really solid, start to, the thing. I think they got the same idea here, with Ant-Man the Wasp. I enjoy number 1 more, but they try to add stuff to the second movies, but I think you enjoy the original more, so I gotta say, I did enjoy this movie. I honestly thought it was pretty well done, and I know a lot of people don't actually like this movie, but I do, so it's gonna be another A for me, and the sequel's gonna be a B. I mean, they added the Wasp to number 2, which is cool and all, but I much prefer the first one, original. The whole, like, villain stuff was kind of annoying in the second one, but I do enjoy the first one. They're both good movies, but that's when we're gonna have them. Avengers Age of Ultron. Well, if we're gonna do Avengers, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna start with Avengers number 1. Avengers number 1, by far one of the best openings to a franchise. I gotta say, it's not a super for me because it's just not. I wouldn't say it does it. I say it's a good starter movie, like to get like the franchise going, but it's not a ranker. So I'd say it's an A for me. Classic Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, just great movie. But gotta keep it at an A. Avengers Age of Ultron. I see where they tried to go with this, and I honestly enjoyed this movie. A lot of people say it's a lot worse than the first or any of the other Avengers, which I do say it's the worst one, but people would say it's like a C. But for me, I'm gonna stick with the solid thing here. The second movie is gonna be a B. That being said, though, with Infinity War, I think that they brought so much to this, so much game. Infinity War is an S, okay? So much nice things happened with this movie, and causes of this movie so nice that you gotta give it a super. Kind of like, just, I don't know what they could have done to make it better, but it's such a good movie. Avengers Endgame. To lead on to a movie this big is so hard to do, and I think they crushed it. I honestly cannot. It's hard for me to tell which one I prefer more, Infinity War or Endgame, because I think that they're both super good movies. But for me, they're both S's, and they're just so well put, so well made. I think it's because they have all the heroes in them, so I think that's kind of what I'm at. Black Panther. I enjoyed it. It was fine and all. I just thought it was a little bit lame in a way. I enjoyed it enough that I could watch it again, but not that I want to keep it like it wasn't a really good movie, but it was a fine movie, so I'm gonna give it a B. It was good, but could have been better. Captain America, the first Avenger, really nice movie. I loved this movie. Like I said, I could watch this again and again. I think that they set the tone with this one super well. That I gotta say he's an A. I gotta say Captain America, the first Avenger #1 is an A. That's just, it's clean. It's super nice. That being said, where's Captain America #2? People say they like this one more than the first, but I gotta say this movie sucks. Like, I'm not gonna give it a D. It's not the worst movie ever, but this movie is not that good to me. I honestly did not like watching this. I think it was nice that they brought in the Winter Soldier and stuff, but I just could not see myself watching this movie again and again. Maybe like once a year, you know? It's just not that good of a movie. I would pick all these other ones over this by 1,000 times before I watch this one. So I gotta give it a C, first C of the day. That being said, though, they brought Civil War, and I think Civil War did super well. They brought a lot of good things into Civil War, but once again, I think the movie plot was super boring. The only good parts about it were when they were at the airport and they were fighting. So it's only a B for me, just because I want to say it could be an A, except they focused more on Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which is just, I don't really care about that. That's like super boring. When you think of Civil War, you think of Iron Man versus Captain America, and that was only there for like 20 minutes maybe of the movie, so it's gotta be a B. Captain Marvel, let's just put that there. This movie is hot, steamy garbage. Like, let's be honest. Nobody likes this movie. Like, people like the character and stuff, but the way they did this movie was just so bad. Just, I don't even want to say anything. I'm just going to leave it there. D. If you guys do not agree with that statement, let me know in the comments, because that movie is garbage. Thor. Okay, let's look for Thor #1. Thor #1 was fine and all, but see, this is a toughie, because I gotta say, I could watch the first Thor just as much as I watch Captain America the Winter Soldier. It was okay. I mean, it was fine and little characters were fine and stuff. It's just such a boring movie, though. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it that much. There's not really much I could put on that. Thor: The Dark World was even worse. Put that at a D. Literally hot garbage. They went from an movie to a bleh. But then they brought the third one. My God, that's such a good movie. Thor Ragnarok. Mwah. Love that movie, man. I could watch that all day. And the only reason I'm not putting it at an S is because it's not really creating a big cinematic like burst, kind of like Infinity War and Endgame did. Thor Ragnarok was such a good movie, super funny. Chris Hemsworth did a great job. But it's gonna be an A for me. Can't be an S. Doctor Strange. I do enjoy watching Doctor Strange. I can watch it a couple times in a row and not get bored. But that being said, I don't think it's an A quality, so I'm gonna give it a B, which is solid because I do think it's such a nice movie. The Incredible Hulk. I haven't seen this movie in a while. Okay, with the Hulk being a solo movie, solo franchise, I want to say this movie did okay. I mean, I like the Abomination versus Hulk, and I think this Hulk movie is better than all the other solo Hulk movies, like from beginning. But I can't see myself watching it too much, so it's gonna be a C. Iron Man's. Alright, here we go. Iron Man 1, guys. Legendary moment. Robert Downey Jr. created the most iconic, or one of the most iconic characters in the Marvel cinematic universe. The only problem I have with this movie is that the villain in this movie, the Jeremiah guy or whatever his name is, it's just not a good ending. Like, the villain in this movie is just not that good. I gotta say, the villains in all three of the Iron Man movies were really boring. That being said, though, it is such a good movie. I gotta give it the S, because I cannot see any other, like, first movie being that high up. Just such an amazing thing. Number 2, they lost a lot on me for number 2. I literally did not like this movie at all. And the thing is that I don't even want to put it at a B just because I don't like watching it at all. It's just kind of boring. I like how they brought Black Widow into it. She was probably the highlight of the movie, but I'm gonna give it a C. I don't really enjoy the movie that much. The villain sucks, the idea sucks, the people in it suck, the plot sucks. It's just not very action-packed, you know? Now, Iron Man 3. I enjoyed this movie. I think it's better than number 2. Definitely not as good as number 1. But it's up there. It's gonna be a B. I think it's enjoyable enough that you can watch it more than number 2. They kind of went like this. They went from up here to down here, and then up to like here, and then like that. Then Infinity War brought it along and went like that. I'm gonna save Spider-Man for last because he's my favorite. Eternals, literally garbage. Okay, just nobody cares about them. Not even gonna talk about them. Shang-Chi, I enjoyed the Shang-Chi movie. I think it was pretty good. People are saying it's a really good movie, and I agree it's a good movie, but I don't overhype it. I think people overhype the movie a bit. I think it was reasonable. Like, it's not a super movie, and I could only see myself watching it every once in a while. So I'm gonna put it at a B. I know people are gonna disagree, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, no, it's an A at least. Which I can see the reason behind it. I don't see myself watching this movie any more than I watch Guardians of the Galaxy or Civil War, just because it's not really, like, interesting to me. Black Widow. Really good movie. I liked her solo movie. I thought they did a good job with her solo movie. The only flaw I have with it is that, like, it's just, she's kind of boring, you know? It's not like Iron Man or Spider-Man. It's just Black Widow. But it was a decent movie. Kind of confusing it sometimes, but pretty decent movie. That being said, I'm gonna have to say a B, because I can't see myself watching it any more than I watch Doctor Strange, or any of those other movies. Alright, and our final little sequence is the Spider-Man movies, and they do have the No Way Home on this. So, there will be spoilers ahead when I go to rank that movie, but we'll start with Homecoming. Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland's first solo movie. I think this movie was super well, like, put. I think the only reason it did a little bit more than expected was because Robert Downey Jr. kind of, like, carried up the movie, playing the Iron Man role and the father figure to Spider-Man. But this being said, I enjoyed this movie. I am gonna say it's an A. I fairly enjoyed it. I would watch this movie 100 more times than I'd watch Iron Man 3 or Shang-Chi or Black Widow, any of those. I just thought Tom Holland did a good job for his first solo movie, and yeah, I enjoy it. That being said, though, now we're on Far From Home, the second movie. I think all Spider-Man movies do super well, in my opinion, because he's just the character I like the most. But that being said, this movie, the Far From Home movie, was so confusing at points that I honestly had no idea what to believe and what was real and what was fake. So it's so hard to understand the idea of like the concept of the movie, but it's still such a solid movie. I would watch a heck of a lot more than any of these. I'd probably watch these movies more than this one, but I'd watch it more than these, so we're gonna also give it an A. And then that leaves us with No Way Home. Guys, if you haven't seen the movie, cut it right here because spoilers are about to happen. So, this movie, I have seen it. Spoilers starting now. Guys, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Literally an S. Like, the fact that you can bring all the old villains from all the old franchises, movies from the Raimi series and Andrew Garfield series is just so, mesmerizing and amazing. And then the fact that you bring back the old Spider-Man, it's just so clean. Literally one of the best movies I've ever seen in the theater. I gotta say, Avengers Endgame was more hype in the movie theater for me, like when all the heroes arrived. But I think the best movie was I probably enjoyed the Spider-Man No Way Home movie over Endgame, just because I'm a big Spider-Man fan and that's gonna affect me. But I love this movie. Spider-Man No Way Home literally should get like 100% Rotten Tomatoes on my part. I think they did so well with it. But that's my list, guys, and that's going to be my video. I know it's going to be a little bit longer of a video, but hopefully you guys made it all the way. Thank you guys so much for watching all of my videos. I do appreciate it. I know we're not really getting a lot of views on the videos, but if you guys are here and watching, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That being said, we have one more video, and like I said, tomorrow's video will be Christmas's video, and it's going to be coming out later. And you guys are going to be able to see what I get. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1.1 thousand subscribers. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.